Okay, so welcome today. We're going to do a timeless reading today based on the bottles here. The universe would like to tell you about your current time. You can come back to this reading at a later date and choose another group if that pertains to you. So we're going to choose from these three bottles. These are Aura-Soma bottles. They're colour therapy. I'm not using them in the traditional Aura-Soma way. And for those of you who know Aura-Soma, you will know that these are the older bottles, but that's all I have. So we're going to choose from these three groups. Group 1 is bottle 79, and that's gold and purple. Bottle 79 breaks down to a 16, which is a bottle 7. You can choose this bottle here, the yellow and green bottle, which is bottle 7, also known as the Chariot. And it's got green in the bottom, yellow on top. Or your third group today is bottle 31, which breaks green, and an orange bottle. So you can choose your groups and go to the timestamps below and listen to your reading. So I'll see you back here at your reading. Hi Group 1, this is your reading. Thanks for joining me today. So the first thing we've got is spirits coming through here to tell you that you've got a big journey ahead. We're going to find that there are a few obstacles in your path, but you are on the way to enlightenment in this lifetime. You will be joined by others to help you on your journey, and you will be helping them on their journey. So this is your soul family that's coming in. They will be with you within the next couple of years. So it'll be like you pick them up one by one, but there'll be 3 or 4 of them coming in to help you and you them. So it'll be a group of like-minded souls who will find themselves on television performing something. And it's about bringing light to the world. So there's light workers in there, but there's also some star seeds. And there's things coming to the earth that we couldn't even imagine from our own brains. So group 1, you've got a big job here. So the best thing you can do for yourself at the moment is to clear your energy. So meditation, good food, good clean food. So try and reduce preservatives. Try and eat what nature produces rather than heavy preservative-laden foods. You really want to clean up your energy field, so get out in nature on a daily basis, whether it's cold or hot or whatever. Find a time of day where you can do that. You need to also be clearing out superfluous friends and family who perhaps impact your energy field. And you don't need to do this in a nasty way. It's probably just giving yourself time to be in your own space and be gentle with yourself and gentle with others too, because it's not their fault, but you're in a space now of healing. So this space of healing means that you need to make a little cocoon around yourself and just concentrate on what is best for you at this point in time, because this big job coming forward means that you need to be clear of certain energies for you to download what needs to come in. And there will be ideas popping in, and there will be one big download where the idea will be just so magical that it's nothing like the world has seen before. So clear your space, clear your house, clear your clutter, and embrace the new. What else for group 1 today? Just bear with me, there's stuff coming through. Alright, you need to thank mistakes from the past. So you have made mistakes, there's no point dwelling on them. Your past is having such a big impact on you that you're not aware of it, you just don't know. So you need to just bless all the mistakes and know that they were mistakes. You know, you always get a second chance at things, and you know that there's no point beating yourself up. What happened, happened. It is as it is. It will be as it will be. So don't find yourself in a position where you are so down on yourself that you're not able to receive the light that needs to come through. On Thursday, a big plan is coming forward, and you will be enlightened at the next step. So whenever your next Thursday is, when you're watching this screening. I'm bringing forth another being now who's very highly enlightened. There have been mistakes made, however it is a new path now and the slate is wiped clean. So move forward in your energy and just embrace the new. We will find you at the next step. Hi Group 2, thanks for joining me. I will be channeling a message for you today based on your current energy. Okay, so it seems that you're in a bit of a swamp at the moment. You really don't know what's going on around you. It's all very clouded and muddy. But there is a bridge. There is a bridge for you to get out of this. And it's about concentrating on what you really want out of life. Because you're kind of seeing what you don't want around you, and it's now time to manifest a new reality. So it's not all about money in manifesting a new reality. It's about manifesting a holistic abundance. So perfect health, perfect wealth, perfect love, perfect happiness. That's a holistic abundance. So out of those categories, and what's strongly suggested here is that you get a notepad and you write down what your perfect health will be. You write down what your perfect wealth will be, what your perfect love will be, what your perfect happiness will be. So there are some changes ahead. If you're in partnership, it may be that you either need a change of perspective on your relationship or you need to leave the relationship. Now, sometimes we get into our own beliefs and pasts and judge our relationships. First of all, from our family past, but second of all, what I'm seeing is a lot of people are looking at quote unquote the perfect relationships out there, and let me tell you that these are based mainly on fantasy and what people are projecting out into the world, specifically on social media, is so far from the truth of their real relationships that it is all smoke and mirrors. So try and picture what you want and you being in the best relationship, not what other people have. There is always things to work out in relationships, so you need to come to grips with that. There is never a relationship that doesn't have any sort of conflict, because the point of relationships is to heal together some of our things that we've carried from childhood. So first of all, look at your relationship with yourself, because you will find that if your partner is angry with you, it'll be because you're angry at yourself for something and you're projecting that outwards. And there's that very ancient wise saying that says, sow within, sow without. So whatever is going on with you, people around you are displaying. So if you've got a lot of repressed anger, you will find that the people around you are angry. If you've got a lot of repressed grief, you will come across people who are very depressed and sad. So, and who are displaying it very openly. So just bear that in mind. If you're around a lot of happy people, then you need to let your own happiness shine, because they're showing you that it can be let out. So just bear that in mind. Look at your relationships first, but it's time to manifest your new life and manifest the life that you want. And it can just be different in a way to what you have. And we're specifically talking about relationships here. So I think we're talking about people who are in couples, but it could also be relationships with your parents. It could be relationships with your children or your siblings. So they need to be looked at quite strongly. And once you start identifying as well what you're projecting out there, you'll start to see that bridge out of this situation. So concentrate on the perfect love and the perfect happiness, and the rest, the perfect health and the perfect wealth will roll in. It's just a matter of realigning yourself to a nice wavelength at this point in time. Is there anything else for group 2, please, universe? You're held in divine love and joy, and that's where you come from. So please remember that it's yours for the grabbing, okay? I know that we come into this space, this harsh reality, as we see it, but it's actually not a reality, it's a dream. So in your dream, if you've ever had one of those lucid type dreams where you might wake up in the middle of the dream and it's a really good dream, or you don't like the way it's going and you actually use your brain to change it, that's what life can be. You use your brain to change it. So look at your thoughts and your speech patterns. Don't ever say to anyone, I hate you, because what you're really saying to them is, I hate me. And that's not kind to anyone at all. So treat others how you'd want to be treated. Even if they're being mean to you, forgive them, because they don't really know what they're doing. They're living in this quote-unquote reality with you, and sometimes some people will not see that we're all just big balls of energy, that we appear dense because that's the way our atoms are constructed. Same with everything that's around us, but really it's all energy and it can be shifted. So there is a way out of the swamp for you. Please do not despair. There's much more coming in life, and you will find yourselves in a much better place in about a year. So please forgive yourself as well for getting yourself into this position, but be aware that every challenge that you overcome is a step on your spiritual evolutionary journey. So nothing is ever a waste of time. And don't forget as well that time is a man-made concept. So it's never about, you know, I've wasted this life. It's never ever going to be that. That's all I have for you, Group 2. Thank you for joining me today, and I will wishing you perfect health, perfect wealth, perfect love and perfect happiness. Thanks Group 3 for joining us today. You've chosen bottle 31, which breaks down to 4, and that's the green and the orange bottle. So today we've got a relative from the past coming through. They've crossed quite recently. They were saying, please don't despair. We're safe and happy on the other side. It was time for us to leave. This is written into our contract. There was nothing you could have done, and don't despair. For some of you, you weren't there at the passing, and you felt that you should have been able to help. But for some of you, people that passed did not want anyone with them, okay? They wouldn't have felt comfortable coming with someone around them. So please do not beat yourself up about that. They're very happy on the other side. Some of them specifically have been joined by animals. So I see a lot of animals, quite a few dogs, a horse, a goat, and cats and rabbits, so, and some birds. So people have been joined by animals of the past. When they crossed over, family members came to join with them, and they're very happy to be back home because they had a bit of an arduous journey at the end. There was a lot of fear around what was going on. Okay, I suspect that some of these people died under the current circumstances that are affecting us all at the moment. But please bear in mind that prior to coming to Earth and to incarnating in their bodies, they chose that journey. So they chose to go out that way. They volunteered to show the rest of the world that fear can make things worse, whereas love will make things better. So that is a general theme here around what's currently going on in the earth. If you get into the fear-based notion of what's happening, you're going to attract what you really don't want, and that goes for anything in life. If you're fearful and living in fear of something happening, you will manifest it. Now, if you are wanting something good in your life, you will manifest it. So it works both ways. So living in a positive mindset and freeing yourself from issues from the past is the best way to live life. Now this is very similar to the message from group 2, so if you want to go back and listen to group 2, you certainly can. Have we got anything else for group 3? So a lot of the loved ones that are crossed are saying, don't worry about us, we're perfectly happy here. Now it's our time to support you once we've done a few other things. Okay, so when people cross over, I just need to explain this a little bit. When people cross over, suddenly they've gone from this tiny little pea to this great big plant that's bloomed. So they've got lots of different aspects of themselves that are that have rejoined them. Okay, so they're not just a seed on a tree, they're the whole tree. So some souls have jobs on the other side, so they go back to their jobs. Part of them also reviews the life and just has a look at that. They go and meet with loved ones and other souls that they haven't been able to see in a while because they've been here on Earth. So, and then part of them will stick with the family and friends and loved ones that are left here on Earth. So another part of them. So all of these parts of the tree are doing different things, but it is a whole tree, and it's also got the roots on the ground as well. So there's this whole network of a being that is doing different things, and you know, one leaf might be doing one thing and another leaf might be doing another thing, but it makes up the whole soul, and it's really big. You know, if we see ourselves as a little pea or a little seed that belongs to a giant tree, that's just what we're experiencing here on Earth, and that's our quote-unquote reality here on Earth. So please bear in mind that there's no sadness about the crossing. There's only just sadness for the people that are left, and so there's a lot of empathy for grief that people are going through. And it will come in waves, but it will get better over time. And you will find that if you imagine your loved one as the big tree, going off and doing what a big tree does, and staying strong and sturdy as the soul, when it is your time to go, you will go and be a tree as well. So there's still constant communication between you and your loved one. You're not always aware of it. Some people are, some people aren't. But it's constant. They're constantly there, and whenever you need them, you can call on them. And you may find, you know, if you have dreams that you remember, you might get visited in your dream, or you might get visited when you're meditating, or something along those lines. So please don't feel that people are lost forever. And your loved ones will want you to live your life. They don't leave, you know, wanting you to miss them forever and never laugh again. They go with the knowledge that their time is over here on earth, and it's time for them to go and do other things. It's a bit like taking an overseas holiday. You know, there's new avenues to explore and new things and new vistas to see. Things beyond our wildest imagination here on earth. So be happy for them. Be happy for you because you spent that time with them. And know that whatever pain they may have caused you, or whatever you feel about them as well, and guilt is something that will not help you move forward in life. Know that some of these people are very sorry for what they've done, and they know that they were working with the best they could at the time, as are you. So we come to the end of this reading for group 3 in the knowledge that you're not alone. Your loved ones are still with you, even though you can't reach out and touch them, even though you can't have a human conversation with them. They are all around you, and I'm seeing butterflies everywhere. So if you see a lot of butterflies, know that your loved one is with you. So wishing you perfect health, perfect wealth, perfect happiness and perfect love. I will see you next time.